Welcome to Getting Real with John Natale. I'm your host today, guys, John Natale, for how to take control of your schedule, how to control your time as a real estate professional. There is no boss hanging over your shoulder here in real estate, so you have to be the boss and you have to control your time if you're going to continually grow your real estate business. One of the biggest challenges I see even great real estate professionals face in terms of growing their business is their lack of time management really inhibits them from growth. Because what happens in real estate is you do a bunch of activities, right? You prospect, you do open houses, you pour yourself into social media. You have a bunch of people reach out. You go show houses, you take listings, you go on listing appointments, you go on buyer consultations, you go to inspections, appraisals, walkthroughs, you go to closing tables, you get checks. Everything you did to get business then also bears some fruit. You get the business and then you get busy. And then those activities you did to get the business because you seem busy drop off. And then somewhere 3 to 6 months later, when that business closes, you go and turn around and go, well, where the hell is everybody else? And the reality is the reason so many people either plateau or only get to a certain level in real estate is because they lack the time management skills to get to the next level. They lack the skills to leverage their time. But this episode is specifically about how to control your time, how to control your schedule, how to take ownership of it so you can live a very efficient life that allows you to continually pour into your business, that allows you to keep growing everything. Before we dive in, though, I have to take a minute to thank you for listening to this episode, supporting us here at Getting Real, all of our Natale companies. Whether you're a member of the Natale family or not, I'm so damn appreciative of you. This podcast is all completely for free. Getting Real, Natale companies, all of it has one big mission. It's for less agents to fail in real estate and more agents to find the life of their dreams. It's that simple. So much great information is out there, but a lot of it is kept behind a gate. This podcast is about just pouring it back into our real estate community. We've gone from barely anybody listening to a ton of people listening. So if you could take a second, you could subscribe to this podcast, you could rate it 5 stars, you could share it with someone in your office, share it with a friend, share it on your Instagram story, tag me in anything that you share. I would be even more appreciative of you. If you're here in New Jersey, you're looking for a dynamic real estate company to join, we have an unbelievable 100% commission model for agents here in New Jersey. There's a link below to book a call with me to discuss it. We have all the systems you need. You get access to everything we're doing across the country. You get access to the best training and the support that you could possibly need to grow your real estate business here in New Jersey. There's a link below. Book your call with me. And let's discuss having you join us here in New Jersey at Natale. If you're in one of the other 49 states across the world at this point, and you're looking to grow your personal brand, you're looking to grow your real estate business, you're looking to grow into your community, into being positive change for your community, make good ass living, have fun doing it, and enjoy your time with family, Natale Coaching is a great fit for you. Go to natalecoaching.com, look through all the information, everything. We are a complete open slate. There's nothing gatekept there. All of our pricing, what you get for it, how you're going to grow your business, why we're different, why what we're doing is what we're doing. It's all there. And at the bottom, all you have to do is click that button, book a call with me, get right into my calendar, and you'll see me at a discovery call. It's completely free. There's no obligation. We'll discuss your options to join our Natale family and start growing your business today. If you need help on the posting side of things, website, digital marketing, all the Google pay-per-click, meta ads, all the different types of things a digital marketing agency does, we also now have Natale Media. We help not only real estate agents, but many business owners do this as well, coach on how to do it, and then also actually take on the implementation as well. So if you're interested in that, DM me and or go to natalemediahub.com. But let's dive into today's episode, guys. Episode 80. I can't believe we're here at 80 episodes deep of Getting Real. This has been an unbelievable adventure. And today's a topic I am so damn passionate about because, like I said in the intro, guys, if you do not control your time, if you do not have time management skills, you will have success as a real estate agent. It's not that you can't have success, but I'm talking about sustained improvement of success. I'm talking about continued growth of getting to the next level, making more money, leveraging your time back, and enjoying your time with family. You will not get there if you lack time management skills. That is guaranteed. That is guaranteed. You will not get there without time management skills. You can make X amount of dollars for 1 year, for 2 years, I don't care. But if you want to get to the next level and you want to enjoy things a little bit more, if you do not have time management skills, you will not get there. So this is a very, very important episode. And again, if you know someone that needs some help with time management skills, send them this episode because I'm going to give you all the intel of what I do and what others that I coach, work with, everything I've seen, what they do to manage their time. Success breeds clues. Success leaves clues. A lot of highly successful people are very controlling of their time. And so in this episode, we are going to go over exactly what I do and what you can do to start getting control of your time and to start implementing some of these practices so you can continually grow your real estate business. Number one is to drop the idea of how you go about your calendar. Your thought towards your calendar is not just for appointments. I want you to look at your calendar as a daily practice of how you are going to actually utilize your time. You are going to actually put boxes of time throughout your entire day from when you wake up to when you go to bed at night. And in each of those boxes is something. So you're going to plan out your entire day. And now you're going to sit and say, oh God, here John goes. Here he goes. It's one of these nut jobs. It's not about always being working. It's not always being focused on your business. It is so you know where your head is at. I have 2 beautiful kids. I have a wife that I love. I have 3 businesses that I run. I try to be as efficient with my life as possible so I can continue to grow all of these things. I don't want to be a shitty father. I don't want to be a shitty husband. I don't want to be shitty in business. How do you be great at all those things? Is by knowing where you are and your head should be there. So if you look at my calendar, it's not about waking up at 4 a.m., going to bed at 8:30, and it literally being business activities 24/7. It's not. I actually plan in my personal life. And I actually plan in, when I look at my week, I plan in what's working for me in my morning routine. We talked about that last episode. But what I'm doing for my family, I plan that first. And then I backtrack my time for my businesses. This is so damn important. It's not about not having any white space or any freedom or any time to do anything with the people that you love. It's actually about prioritizing that time. So when you box out your time and you actually say, okay, I'm going to be, for me, for example, I'm going to be taking my son to jiu-jitsu from 5 to 6 p.m. And that is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 5 to 6 p.m. That goes in during the week. And there is nothing that can touch that. When it comes to pick up and drop off at my son's school, that is in my calendar. So nothing can touch that because that is a huge priority to me. My dinner time with my family and being able to be with my kids after dinner, that is a priority. That is in my calendar. Vacations, anything, date nights, all of this stuff is in my calendar before I even start looking at my businesses. So that's the first thing I want to lay out with you is that you have to time box your time from literally morning until night. And now how do you start doing this? This is honestly a work in progress. This is not something you're going to be perfect at day one. But what you should start with before you lay out and say, okay, on Monday, I'm going to start this. You should actually take a day and keep a journal with you. It's like a notepad, something like this. Anything, and write down what did you actually do in a day. Because a lot of people don't even know. Kind of just get up and we're very reactionary. This is all about being proactive about your time and about your day. So write down what did you actually do. And then how you take this is you then write down for a few days, ideally a week, what you actually did for that week, how much time it took you to do these things. That's going to be a really important part to step 2 of this. And then you're going to sit down and then you're going to plan out your week. First thing you're going to put in there is all your personal time. The things you do for yourself, the things you do for your family, everything you have outside of your business. Put those into your calendar. You're then going to go and say, okay, here are the activities I know I need to do to move my business forward, or here are the appointments I have, or here are the clients I need to meet with. Here's this, that, and another thing that need to get done. And you're going to start to box those into your week, setting out with an intention on Sunday. Now, again, you're going to have to leave boxes for potential appointments. This isn't about having a Sunday you lay out your entire week as a real estate agent. That's honestly fucking nuts. It's never going to happen. Clients want to, listing pops up on Tuesday, they want to see it Tuesday night. This is not about having perfection from Sunday. It's about having intention. And it's about looking at your calendar a little bit differently. So it's about boxing out times, right? So if I know I have to pick up my son, let's just, for instance, say from like 2 to 2:45 is the time it takes me to get to his school, pick him up, let him play with his friends for a little bit, get in the car and get home. That doesn't mean from 2:45 to 4 o'clock, I can't have a window there for potential showings. But again, it's there in my calendar. Potential showings, 2:45 to 4 p.m. You also need to know how long it takes you to do certain activities. Say you want to batch film videos and you're looking out on Sunday and you're planning it for Wednesday morning from 9 to 12. You need to know in those 3 hours how many videos you're going to shoot. Are you going to get everything done? Are you going to edit them, have them ready to post? The reason I'm challenging you to actually write down how long it takes you to do anything for a week before you actually dive into time boxing is because you have no idea right now how long it takes you to do things. So you can absolutely start with just starting to box out your time, but I'm going to tell you it's probably going to be wrong with how long you think certain activities are going to take. I also get very finite with, okay, in this 15-minute window is when I'm going to send out these documents to this person, update this, and email that person. And that's in my calendar, those specific tasks. So we get very task-oriented in about 15-minute intervals throughout the entire day. So how does this look like on a day-to-day basis for me? Again, Sunday, I always plan out my entire week. I don't always have all those activities. I'm going to, like that email I'm going to need to send on Friday. I don't have that activity, right? But right now it might just be catch-up work in the office from 8:30 to 9, right? And then the day before, like we've talked about in our morning routine, I plan out my next day. And then that's where in the catch-up work for the next day, I put, okay, email this person, send out this contract, send this to this coaching client, do this for this person, and then do this, right? In that 30-minute interval, then I banged out those 5 or 6 things I needed to do. But you need to get super finite with your time if you want to control it. So I always tell people when they're starting this, first, you need to write down for about at least a few days, bare minimum a day, if your day looks pretty typical, but bare minimum a few days, ideally a week of what you're actually doing. Take a journal with you and write down, okay, this is actually what I did. You're going to find, just like when you actually do your budget for the first time, you're going to find, holy shit, I am wasting so much damn time. Man, picking up my iPhone, scrolling on TikTok, watching John's dumbass videos. Hopefully you don't actually think they're dumb. Watching John's videos, not helping me in terms of getting where I want to go. I think they will. Let's take my content out of it. Videos that are not bringing you value, just purely entertainment, that you're wasting your time or doom scrolling or anything like that. Let's take the educational things out because that actually is an important part of social media. You could also, while we're on the topic, a little bit off here, but while we're on the topic, you could plan in those times of your day. Rather than just picking up your phone and scrolling for 15 minutes and while you're sitting there with your kids, be efficient, be effective, and say, you know what, while I'm at my office, I'm going to do some research on what content's working, or I'm just going to give myself 15 minutes to scroll, and I'm going to do it from 8:45 to 9 a.m. or from 11:45 to 12 before I head home for lunch. I'm going to get that done, right? Plan in everything. If you have a plan, and again, you're never going to live this to 100%. I've been doing this for years. I will tell you, I've never had a day where it is literally 100% effective on every single task. Something didn't come up. Again, I have 2 kids, a wife, businesses that I run. There is never a perfect day. But most days, I will say, if you want to keep continuing to have things grow and you want to have control of your time, 80% of it you should hit. And your day should look pretty, and the personal life stuff should always be hit. But even still, something might come up, right? There might be an emergency showing that happens. And you know what? Dad can't be home for dinner tonight. Or a listing consultation ran a little bit long. So then the next thing got bumped. And the power of this is it actually makes you extremely flexible with your time. The rigidity in a schedule gives you flexibility. And that's where we're going to end this episode today. You need to, 1, box out your time down to 15-minute intervals, especially for small tasks. You could also have bigger windows when you set out the impression early, on Sunday for the entire week. You need to know how efficient your time is and how long it's going to take you to do tasks. But this rigidity also gives you flexibility. And here's what I mean by that. That listing consultation that runs late, you had it from 1 to 2 o'clock. It ran to 2:30. From 2 to 3, you were supposed to be driving to not necessarily your next appointment, but back to your office. And then in that 2:30 to 3 o'clock window, you were going to get these 3 or 4 things done. These two videos shot, plus this email was going to go out. And then at 3 p.m., you had to leave to get to your next appointment. So now because your listing consultation ran late, that half an hour is now gone. So what do we typically do when that happens? We do one of 2 things. Either we force ourselves to do it late at night, or number 2, we just don't get those activities done. And then we're stressed and we're behind. But you know what you can do now? You can say, okay, this window didn't get done. Either move it to nighttime, move it back a little bit, or say, you know what? They're not emergencies. They don't need to get done today. And I have this window tomorrow to get it done here. Again, it's not about having activities literally nonstop and a to-do list of 500 things that you need to get done. That's not what growing a business. That's just fucking stressful. But this rigidity allows you to have flexibility because our business is not perfect. Our business is wake up with a certain thing on your plate and then the day goes a whole lot different than what you planned. That is real estate. That is really real estate. Not some fluffy bullshit that a lot of people serve you. So how do you actually manage that to keep growing? This is why you see so many agents get to a certain plateau because they don't know how to manage their time. It's not a skill that you learn in real estate school. It's not a skill you learn in school. But if you dive into these practices I'm giving you in this episode, you will actually have flexibility in your time. And if you plan out to do certain things, and then you know what, you planned for 2 hours for that task to happen, for you to batch film, and then boom, you were just hitting it. You were doing awesome. And you got it done in 45 minutes. Maybe you take some tasks you had later in the day, you bump them up now. Maybe you just go and have some free fucking time. That's okay too. It's not about doing more. That's not what a lot of people, when I say, oh, you got to time box your time, you got to actually time box literally from morning till night. They're like, oh God, that sounds miserable. I don't want to live a life like that. This gives you the flexibility to actually live the type of life you actually want. You know, the type of life where you finish a task and you say to your son or your daughter or your kids or your best friend or your spouse or whoever's around you, hey, let's go do something. Dad, wrap this up. John, wrap this up. Let's go grab a beer. Let's go to the park. Let's go shoot hoops. Let's go to the gym. Let's go for a walk together. That's what having time management skills, that's what time boxing your day from morning until night will look like. You will actually have that flexibility. You will be able to plan it into your week. You'll be able to plan it into your life. And if you start living like this, then the most successful people, they get down to the minute. Now, this is on you. The most successful people, they don't just wake up and probably plan out their week. Most likely they have people that do it for them. But for right now, you are your assistant. And for right now, the best thing you can do is, if you've never managed your time, like you've never lived by a calendar, you never managed your time, start by writing down what you actually do. You're going to be shocked at how much time you waste. You're going to then, on Sunday of next week, you're going to sit there and you're going to plan out your week. And I mean literally from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. And I want you to put your personal time in first. So all the stuff you do, everything you do, I want you to put in that calendar. And I want you to then put in the business tasks that you know you need to get done. There might be white space for now, but fill that white space with, okay, I can be doing this, I can be doing that. And then go about your week. And then I want you to come back to this episode and I want you to DM me on social media and I want you to tell me how different your life looks after that week. And I'm being 100% honest. I want you to do it. I want you to write down the time that it takes you to do things. I want you to then change your life. I want you to do this on a Sunday and I want you to do it for a week. And I want you to reach out to me after and tell me how much better things are for you. Because I'm telling you right now, the only way you can continually grow is by being very, very mindful of your time, not wasting your time, being efficient with your time. And it is not about not being with the ones you love. It's actually about prioritizing the ones you love so your time is with them. Because then you know, right, how so many of us live. We live, oh, got to do this, these three things. Oh, I didn't get that done. Oh, what was that thing I did? Oh, I dropped the ball there. Crap. When you have these tasks in your calendar and you have prioritized your family time, when family time clicks, my calendar goes, okay, dinner time, phones go away, and I'm actually there with my family. That is a life that can continually grow, and that is a life that is a lot less stressful than the life that a lot of real estate professionals live.